All right, welcome back to the show. This week we have a special show. We got Campolindo's great stars of the team, Robbie Mascheroni and Dash Weaver, quarterback and wide receiver duo that everyone's been talking about. Welcome, boys. Thank you for coming on the show tonight. We really appreciate it. So, how you guys doing? How's the season been so far? How's the
Robbie,
move
go
on the
ahead.
program? You guys are 5-0. You guys have a good schedule coming up. What's the vibe around the team? Is everyone upbeat? Like, what's the vibe going to in the October play?
Um, I'd say just everyone's just got their heads on right. I'd say every week we're just trying to go 1-0, not really thinking about the grand scheme that we're 5-0 already, just going into each week, taking it game by game and just listening to Coach Macy.
Hell yeah. Is this a state championship team, do you guys think, or what? You guys
I
got
don't
that
think so. I
confidence?
think right now we're focused on, step by step, like Robbie said, week
There
by
you go.
week. Benicia this week. Obviously we got killed by them last year. We got to show out, play sound football. Then we got Akalani's next week, which will be a really tough matchup. That'll be a fun one. So we're really just taking it week by week. The farthest we're looking is probably Akalani's.
Hell
Does
yeah.
that Benicia game from last year motivate you guys going into this week? Do you guys even think about that going into this week, or is it just kind of a different year, different mindset?
Go for it, Dashiell.
Personally, for me, it's kind of each team is different. We have a different team this year. I think they have a much different team this year. So I'm not really looking at last year as much. Like I said, I just said earlier, we got killed by them last year, but we're just taking things week by week. We gotta show out for our team. Mostly Coach Macy. Coach Macy wants this one, so that's what we're gonna do.
What's the practice intensity for Akalani's been like? Are you guys like, going super hard for that game? Is it like does coach remind you guys of that game every single week, or how's it go? Is it one of those things?
Robbie, go ahead.
I mean, yeah, he definitely brings it up to us every once in a while to put a little fire under us, I'd say, and just to remind us that to keep our heads on straight, because what happens this week, I mean, I guess this goes for every week, but what happens this week after the clock hits 0 on Friday, we got a game next Friday, and just to keep moving along and thinking about who we got next and how we can game plan for it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Chris, you got anything on that at all?
When your crazy part, I think it was that game at Windsor when you guys won at the end. I think Kevin Macy kind of joked like, "You guys are going to give me a heart attack," because there was a couple of weeks in a row where you guys made it way too close on the guy, and he was just by the end almost exhausted by that time you guys had to drive back from Sonoma County. So,
Yeah.
how fun has this ride been in some ways, but how have you guys also at the same time managed to come out on top of those close games?
I would say one thing that Campo teams always seem to have is grit. No matter who we're going against, we're going to show out. We're going to try our best. We're going to work hard through all 4 quarters. This team that we have this year has really shown that, all the juniors stepping up and not being afraid of the task that they have to take. So I'm really happy with how we're doing.
Do you guys have a lot of juniors that start, or is it a lot of seniors, or what?
Our whole offensive line is juniors. Our secondary is mostly juniors. Our secondary is all juniors. We got 1 senior corner, and then on the offensive side, senior running back, me, another receiver, and then besides that, juniors. So we're pretty junior heavy this year compared to last year when we were all senior heavy.
So who is faster between the two of you? I'm just curious. You were
Definitely Robbie. There's not really a competition.
Yeah. You guys do a 40 in practice ever to compete, or what?
I think we should.
The test. You got to put that to the test.
I don't need the bark to my ego. I don't need it.
Yeah, but
I guess what's that relationship like for you two, though, and how long is this relationship between you gone back? Has it gone back to grade school, middle school? When did this thing start, and how much has it grown throughout the years?
I'm going to take this one because I think my favorite, or my side of this story, is just hilarious to me, because the first time I ever saw Robbie was on the baseball field during Moraga Baseball Association days, Maverick days, and I was pretty good at baseball, but one day I show up and I'm watching a game, and there's this just massive lefty kid out in the outfield, and I'm like, hey, that kid's pretty good. I don't like him. It's competition. I have to go against him. I don't like this kid. He's the enemy. And later to come to high school, and all of a sudden he's definitely one of my best friends. He'll be my friend throughout life. It's really funny to come full circle with him.
Yeah, there you go. What about you, Robbie? Same thing or what?
Totally. Yeah, I remember the baseball days going back to what? Fourth grade, fifth grade. Yeah, I remember that. He is actually the only catcher to throw me out stealing. I'll give him that. In my days, in my little league days, he's the only catcher to throw me out stealing second.
Damn.
But other than that, I'd say, yeah, baseball, basketball. I mean, we've always been in the mix with each other. And I think Coach Macy keeping us together for these 4 years has also taken a big part of that, from freshman to JV. I mean, we've always been with each other, practicing with each other in the summer and then at camps. So yeah, I think that's played a big
You guys
role.
do stuff outside of school and practice a lot or not? Or you guys hang out a lot?
I wouldn't say we hang out a lot, but yeah, we hang out.
That's
That's
good.
for sure.
Hell yeah. So are you guys both two-sport athletes or what? Is it only football or what's the deal there with the cross sports and stuff?
Robbie, go ahead.
I mean, growing up, I was a 3-sport athlete, got to Campo, got a little complicated within coaching staffs, played baseball and football, and then stopped playing basketball. But this year, I think I'm going to try and pick everything back up again.
Oh, that's good.
I think I'm going to run track, maybe play basketball and then baseball. So I'm going to try and do all 4 as of now, but depending on college and stuff, I don't know if that'll work. But right now, that's the goal.
Yeah.
I'm just a one-trick pony with football, so I dropped everything sophomore year when COVID hit, or freshman year when COVID hit. I played football and baseball freshman year, but then COVID hit, and I was just kind of like, all right, I'll put all my chips in football.
It's crazy. I realize that like you guys have a lot of time to like practice and all that, but do you guys watch sports a lot, or is it because I always make a point every Saturday morning to watch college sports and stuff. You guys ever watch college sports on Saturdays? You guys have favorite teams you guys support? I see you got a LeBron poster in the back there, Robbie. You a LeBron fan or what?
Huge. Ever since elementary school. I mean, when he was on the Heat, big idol to me, just followed all the way up. But college football wise, always watched Cal. Grew up a Cal fan, whole family went to Cal. So just following Cal football over the years.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, a personal idol for me has to be Jake Feingold.
There
Just
you go.
an absolute Campolindo football guru. Just he taught me the ropes of freshman football and really paved the way for me to be here now.
Yeah.
All right, Rob, who are some of your favorite Cal players growing up then, and what were your favorite memories of Cal football?
Keenan Allen.
Okay.
Definitely. I remember him playing. And that's the funny thing, because I remember always watching him. And when I was little, I only knew him as number 21. So like I'd have a bunch of Cal stuff and I'd always write number 21 on it. And like I didn't know who he was, but I just loved the way he played. And then growing up, that was Keenan Allen. And then back to Jared Goff. I mean, it was always fun watching him. Then when I was little, I mean, I don't remember, but Javid Best. I mean, he was a stud. But those are some of my few players.
You like Deshaun Jackson? He was
Yeah.
the OG back in the day. That punt return he had against the Giants in the NFL, that was so cool. That was probably the coolest play
he's
ever.
also a stud. Along with Marshawn Lynch too. I mean, him being from Oakland, that's also a nice one.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah.
What about you, Dash? You a Cal fan too?
Absolutely. Both my parents went to Cal. Loved Cal Bears. I would say the number one player I grew up kind of watching was Javid Best. Then into the pros, my parents or my dad mostly loved Aaron Rodgers, so I'm a massive Aaron Rodgers fan. And then of course Jared Goff. I remember going to a bunch of his games. I'm a big Cal supporter. Probably the number one being Java Best though.
Yeah, Robin Best is cool. He was a good player. But yeah, you guys like to go do you guys enjoy going to a lot of games at all? Like, do you guys go to a lot of Cal games still, or?
Robbie, I know you do, so you take this one.
Yeah, I try to make it to all the Cal home games. So pretty exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, I normally I'm more of on the TV type of guy, flipping through all the different games. I don't really care for as much the atmosphere from the stands. I like to be on the field.
Yeah.
You guys got any trips lined up for this fall to go check out other colleges, maybe even for yourselves for recruiting to check out games and get some of those visits in the fall on a Saturday?
Personally, no, none as if right now. Just feeling my way around, and maybe something comes to my lap, maybe something doesn't, but I'm happy with where I'm standing.
Yeah, you guys have any dream schools at all? If you guys are trying to play in college, you guys have that one school that really sticks out, or?
Robbie?
I mean, growing up, it was always Cal. And then as you kind of like start going into the process, I mean, it changes all the time. I mean, yeah, so it's hard to say. I have to say probably still Cal just from growing up. But I mean, getting to know all these coaches and getting to know everybody's program and see what everybody's about, it really just changes your perspective on how college football is really played.
No.
Have you guys been able to watch Elijah Clark at all at Virginia Tech?
I don't think. I mean, obviously, he's going to Virginia Tech, big time school as a freshman. I have heard he's doing great things at the scout team over there, and playing. I think he's playing D end over there, which is awesome for him. I've definitely been following along. I've flipped over to Virginia Tech's games. Maybe give him a little crap for how they're doing or whatnot. But yeah, I definitely tune into the Virginia Tech games.
Yeah, he was strong as a freshman. He benched 200 pounds as a freshman, which is pretty impressive. I never seen anything like it before. I thought that was super cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, football is one of those things that, it's a long season. Like, do you guys have any ways in particular you guys like take care of your bodies at all? Like, do you have any rituals or routines that you do to recover after a game, especially after taking a lot of hits at all? Or
Personally, for me, it's Saturday morning, wake up, normally just ice and rest, chill, like we said, watch college football. Just take the weekend as easy as I possibly can. Not try to do something that might put my body at risk. So it's just a lot of downtime, icing, and all that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of the opposite. I'll do ice baths, but I mean, any chance I get to lift with my dad, I'll take it. So I mean, I find a lot of value in that, and just being able to spend that time with him, I think it's pretty special. So I like to do that.
You two know better than anybody how much goes into being a student athlete and football in particular. So how do you guys heal your minds? Do you do anything that helps just unplug for a little bit? Dash, I know you kind of mentioned just chilling, unwinding on the weekend, watching football and college football. But Robbie, you have anything that maybe just even 30 minutes, you can kind of just take a break and get your mind right again?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, it's hard not to think about it. I mean, when you're really invested in it, it kind of just pops in your head there. I mean, watching football, I mean, from when I was little to now, I mean, now I'm like actually watching it. Like I'm seeing what the receivers are doing right, doing wrong, looking at the defense. And then school's just got to get the work done. But other than that, probably just talking to family members. That's kind of, I take advantage of cousins or aunts or uncles. And I think that is what I do to completely unwind.
Do you have any receivers that are your favorites to watch nowadays that maybe you just watch a game on Sunday or YouTube where you just kind of pick apart some stuff?
Cooper Cup.
Mhm.
He's a stud.
Gotta love
Gotta
Cooper
give it
Kupp.
to him. And then going to Eastern Washington too, and his whole thing with being unranked in high school. I mean, he's the poster boy for just motivation. I mean, for everyone that anybody can do it. I mean, going to any school, I mean, it's possible.
What are your guys' NFL teams?
I was unfortunate and my dad's from upstate New York, so I'm a New York Jets fan. It's a brutal life, but I'm a proud supporter. Uh, yeah, that's all I got to say.
Are you Barry a sports fan, Robbie, or what?
Football, yeah.
You a Niners or
49ers.
Raiders?
Niners.
Niners.
Love Kittle. Love the way they've been playing. I mean, over the years. Then growing up, Colin Kaepernick was always big 49er. But then basketball, where LeBron is, I am. Never been a Warriors fan. I know it's weird, but growing up, it was just always LeBron, Cavaliers. That 3-1 lead, it's got to be top 3 moment in my life.
I was about to ask that 2016. What were you like around people? And Dash, was Robbie unbearable at all when that thing happened in 2016?
Robbie's still unbearable when it comes to LeBron James. He refuses to admit that anyone, Michael Jordan is better than LeBron, but Robbie can beat me up, so I don't
I don't
really
know if I
talk
agree
too
with
much
that
about
one.
it.
I think I side with Robbie on that one. LeBron might have overtaken him.
You never know. LeBron's still going, so maybe he's got something for him. But right now, I gotta say it's Michael.
Yeah. Okay. I can see that.
Yeah.
You guys ever have a sports debate in class every now and then about like any particular topics?
Mr.
That's
Ringo's
why-
class, we get into some pretty deep talks.
Which one?
That's a Gov Econ. I don't know.
Oh,
We
yeah.
just talk a lot about sports in general in that class.
Is school
So,
hard for this year for you guys, or what? Is it easy, hard? You guys enjoying your last year of high school, or?
you take this one, Rob.
I kind of in the middle. I mean, the classes I'm taking are pretty easy. Taking AP Psych, so I had an AP in my course, which is good, keeping me busy. But last year, I mean, everybody says your junior year is way harder. And last year I thought it was a breeze. I mean, I loved it. And then this year I'm kind of got hit a little hard. But I mean, I'm handling it well. I definitely COVID, I think I took advantage of because I didn't lose any of my study habits during COVID. I still was like, hey, I'm eventually going to go back to school. I can't slack right now, or maybe I'll pick up some bad habits when I get back. So that definitely, I think, helped me. But other than that, I mean, it's been fun. I mean, senior year, can't really complain. Just being with your friends for one more year is kind of like my big thing I'm trying to embody and really treasure.
Yeah.
Let's ask about Coach Macy now. That guy, you guys know better than anybody. That guy just always wins no matter what. Last year, I didn't think you guys would win NCS. I don't know if anybody did as a 4 seed. You guys come out there and just run the table and win that whole thing. Why does that guy always win every year?
I think it starts with his just dedication to us, the students and the kids. He loves football, and he loves giving kids opportunities to succeed. I think that's his biggest one. And, he is genuinely one of the best coaches, I think, ever, when it comes to high school football. So we couldn't be more blessed to have him. And, he really does make magic happen, which is crazy.
Does he have like the weekly themes and stuff at practice still? Does he do that?
All the time.
What was his theme this week?
Mostly it was just a cleanup week, go out there, be sharp, be strong, play quick, and don't make us look stupid, and don't make a 5-0 team look like they don't deserve to be 5-0.
You guys spend lunchtime in his classroom going over film and all that? Is that still a fun time for you guys, or?
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely a fun time. I mean, being able to have, because one thing I noticed last year is after we stopped all having lunch in his classroom was that some guys you won't ever see like regularly again, to be honest. So this year I'm trying to, I mean, we're all just enjoying each other's presence because we know once that season's over, it's not going to be the same. I mean, we're not going to be able to all eat lunch together. People are going to have their different friend groups. And so right now it's just to really, I guess, enjoy the moment.
There you go.
What's been Macy's impact on both of you guys? How much has he helped you guys, and what's his impact been on your lives and your careers?
Robbie, go ahead.
I mean, so to start first, I mean, Coach Macy coached my cousin. And I think that, I mean, this kind of always held that over my head because I know how good my cousin was. So I kind of thought that, all right, he definitely knows what he's doing. Like, so I bought in immediately because I wanted to be like my cousin and be better than him. So I thought if I can work harder and buy into what Coach Macy has to say, then I could definitely do it. And I think that one thing that he does perfectly is that all the kids buy in to what he has to teach is what I think is one of the main reasons of why Campo football is so special. Because he's such a great guy on the personal level and coaching level. Because if you need to go talk to someone, he's your guy. Like he'll help you through this and that. And then like a coach on and off the field in a sense. That's what I'm getting at. But he's always there for you. I could not be more blessed to have him as a role model and just as a coach.
Yeah, same what Robbie said. My older brother Maxwell went through his program, and the main thing that my brother told me was, listen, buy in. The coaches know what they're talking about. This program doesn't take these insanely athletic kids and make them so much better. We're a pretty small school. We don't get these big time stars. We'll have the occasional Robbie or Tyler Petit come through our program, John Torchio, these absolute studs. But even those guys, they completely buy in, and they're all for the process that Coach Macy has created.
Yeah, there you go. Well, all right. Now let's get on a little bit of a more fun thing. What is in Moraga, where do you enjoy to eat? I'm curious. Where's the go-to spot that the Campo kids go to nowadays? Because in my day, it was Nations or Subway. Is that still the go-to spots around there now? Like, where do you kids eat in Moraga? In Moraga?
I mean, I think even with the Subway just getting renovated, we're still pretty limited in our choices here in Moraga. So I guess I'd say it's still Nation by default. Nothing really new popping up. Maybe Sushi Fighter is taking over a little bit more, but even then, we're still pretty dry out here in Moraga.
That sucks.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I rarely eat in Moraga, to be honest with you. I'm probably going to Lafayette or Walnut Creek. I mean, you got the McDonald's, the Chipotle, the Panda Express in Lafayette. I mean, they got everything.
So
And we got
yeah. So what do you guys eat before a game then? Do you guys have special pregame meals? You guys like do you guys get that special mom brings food to school on Friday on game day or what?
Robbie, you do something special because of Coach McGinn, right?
Yeah, so we have this receiver coach, and he's a big health fanatic.
I love Coach
So
McGinn. Yeah. Sugar causes cancer is what he says.
There we go.
Exactly right.
So I've actually bought into everything. Although you might not agree with it, but I've bought into everything.
There you go. No, you might as well. He's a good coach.
Yeah, so he says not to eat meat before games, so I don't. So this whole season, I have not eaten any meat before a game. Like during the week, I will, but once Thursday hits, I mean, I don't really eat that much, to be honest. So I go with salads, probably my go-to. But other than that, no
Helping,
meat.
man. I mean, look at your stats through what 5 games. It's clearly helping.
Yeah.
So
I'm quite the opposite. Normally it's some sort of fast food. Maybe it's Mucho Wraps. Maybe it's Panda Express. I'm terrible eating, especially on Thursdays, just because it's such a get up and go type of day for me personally. So I don't really believe too much in a lot of Coach McGinn's fanatics. I guess that's because I am a quarterback and he's a receiver coach. But yeah, that's kind of my take on it.
You have to work together.
We do work together, but yeah.
Well, thanks, boys. I really appreciate you guys for coming on the show. Good luck the rest of the season. I will be cheering you guys on from a distance and hoping you guys have a successful run. Good luck. And thanks for coming on the show, guys. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for all the coverage you guys give us.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime.
Our pleasure. Yeah, we love you guys.
Yeah, we love watching you guys play and putting up all the numbers you guys are doing. So there you go. And that's our show tonight. Thank you for coming on, and we'll see you guys next show.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
absolutely. Absolutely.